the fun begins. This is the starting point. Bent in, crunched.
Ew. Holy Christ.
Yeah, we said we let it go, but we settled for the last. Couldn't let you want it though.
So obviously to use that I'm gonna need to.
Who am I to let you down?
AC is going away.
No.
Bye
Who am I?
And this box is something super important. Let's go open it up right now.
Down, down,
It's 6 feet deep. It's really hard to see, but I actually JB welded this outer tie rod back on because I couldn't get the nut on. So I'm currently getting this off so I can take off the crappy tie rod. Coming off really easy. And it worked for the time being just to get my car on the trailer. So hopefully this works. And we're solid. Anything? Last time. No, I didn't. Hold. Well, shot's gonna give him that.
I want to miss the part.
What is the plan with this piece of dump?
Well, Drift King over here decided to do a little knot run. So we're gonna lop it off, try and straighten this out as much as possible. Plate it up. We're gonna try and get as high as possible. The top of the strut tire and the frame are so close together. Pretty much just tube the front end up, throw a new intercooler on there, a little bit bigger, button it up.
Good job, Dad. So we're over here getting a tubed front end done by Kyle. Kyle's actually giving me this bigger intercooler as well, and it's also black, which is kind of ricey saying that, but I like how it's black because I'm gonna have no front bumper, so the intercooler is gonna be shown. Instead of the chrome one, we're gonna be running this black one. It's a little bigger as well. We have to get a little different coupler sizes, and we're gonna be running a little bit different piping because now we can just go right from the intercooler to wherever we need, to the turbo or to the intake manifold. And we can do that now because we're not running any lines like the AC lines or anything in the bumper. So we have pretty much free reign to do whatever we want. Kyle's gonna first mount all this stuff up, then we'll get it all done. And then right now I'm going to be making a gasket for this thing because it kind of yeeted off when I got in the accident. Kyle just put silicone on there because Kyle's bunk.
Boy, there was something that pick me up. Oh wait, there it is.
Up. Go ahead, film it, bro. Oh, you haven't done anything today. Why is that?
Just need a real pick me up.
Oh, I have a total case of the Mondays. So I drink up.
Wait.
Hey Dustin. Oh, bicep! Oh God! You barely actually put that back in place, kind of. I mean, still, that's never gonna come out right here. Hey, just hammer it out, dude. I got a million comments on the video saying, just hammer this out. Kyle, just go ahead and hammer this. Hey, go ahead and hammer it. That's okay. Look, it's still there. Kyle actually found a bend right in here, which is kind of in line with the beginning of the strut tower, which is kind of sketch. Another thing is the sway bar. If you can kind of tell, it's off-centered. It's kind of like this a little bit, which isn't a huge deal. It'll still be able to go back on there. What we're doing now is we're trying to lop this off right here so we can bend this, trying to get it straight so we can make the sway bar as straight as possible. With all this, there's so many things up here that need to be not necessarily relocated, but to make areas where there are going to be attachments to fit the coolant overflow and the power steering. The oil catch can actually probably sit back here somewhere and attach back there, but other things need to be, there need to be things put into place with the front roll bar, front cage, whatever you want to call it, the front tubing, and it's got to make it work right around here. Wheel well has been amazing to me this whole process of the rebuild of the Miata. We're going to do a secret release of my next mod for the Mazda Miata. In the description on my wheel well page is the first place you're going to find out what it is. So if you want to see the next mod that's going to happen in this car, click the link below, the wheel well link, and you can see exactly what that next mod is. The first time you can ever figure out what this mod is in the link below, so go ahead and click it right now. Thank you so much, Wheel Well, for making this rebuild process possible. That's hot. Hammer me, Dad?
You used to call me on my cell phone.
2 hours later.
Call me on my cell phone.
Trying to kill me. Gotta want it. That boy. Bye, will I actually lose weight with this, or will I gain weight?
Probably gain.
Probably gain. Yeah.
But you're gonna also gain a lot of stiffness.
Rigidity.
Ever since I left the city,
So this intercooler right here is actually going on my car, like I said, opposed to this one. This one's actually a lot bigger. The only difference is I have to get 2 different couplers. This is 2 3/4 inch opposed to 2.5 inch. Huge shout out to Kyle for literally just giving me this. Like, I didn't ask him for this at all. He's like, I have a spare one if you want to use it. Looks a little bigger. Looks like you could use it for your setup. I was like, sure, I'll take it. So huge shout out to Kyle. Please go follow him on his Instagram right here. He does amazing work. If you live in the San Diego area or anywhere near, he fabricates anything you need. So super cool guy, and he's willing to do a lot for his customers. So huge shout out to Kyle. Follow his Instagram.
This is what we're trying.
This piece is visibly higher than that piece over there. And that's gonna be a part of the tubing. So in order for the tubing to be aligned, Kyle's gonna mush this down. He was jumping on it. He leaves for about 10 minutes. I'm like, where's Kyle? Oh, Kyle went to pick up the biggest piece of concrete I have ever seen. What is happening? Right when I got up, you were coming in and I was like, what is
I'm on a hook frame shot.
He's bending my frame back in place. We're gonna see how this is gonna go. I'm scared. No big. Backing up. What the heck just happened? Whose man's is this? Get all of this crap from my car. It's crazy to think literally 3 days ago, I destroyed this thing, and in 2 days, it'll be back up and running. So that's some crazy turnaround time. It's gonna be super awesome. 2 front end, we're gonna have so much stability in the front. So it's actually a good thing. I mean, it's never a good thing to crash your car, but it could have been a lot worse, like I've said multiple times. So kind of stoked at what's happening right now. Is it exactly what I wanted? No, but it's working out. All right, Kyle.
You gonna take out the trash anytime soon?
Put back old Betsy. Yeah, just lay her down right there. Yep, sure. Day 1, That's a wrap. It's been a long day. My whole body aches. I didn't really do much other than film. I didn't do a lot today, but for some reason I'm so exhausted. I have been the past couple days. I think it's just because I've been so stressed with getting everything done before school. My school starts on the 28th. This is the day before you're seeing this, so I'm uploading stuff like very relevant now, which is something I haven't really done before in the past, but I have content that literally just needs to go up, and I'm trying to keep you guys in the loop as much as possible. But I'm at the gym now, and I'm trying to get everything in that I can. Tomorrow I'm actually going to Premium Auto Styling to get that rear diffuser actually put on. It was actually just powder coated recently, so now we can actually put it on, keep it on. If you guys haven't been able to tell, I've been in the Speed 3. I'm going to keep it until Wednesday, give it back to Brittany. I think Wednesday night or either Thursday, so then she can take it on for school and stuff, because she's just been borrowing a car for now. But it's pretty crazy how everything is coming together. I'm not going to say like I'm glad this happened, but I'm actually learning so much from this experience, you know, not only not driving retarded anymore, but and that's something I really need to make a video about too, the whole driving thing. There's been a lot of comments on that, like what actually happened, and I'll go over that in an own separate video of itself, because it's something that could be like something people can learn on. It's a learning experience, and I just want to tell my side of the story, because in the comment section there's been a lot of hate towards me because I'm a bad driver. Like, this could happen. Okay, I'll make a separate video on that, but it's just frustrating. I know I shouldn't let that get to me, but at the same time, like, people need to hear the real story of what happened. And yeah, everything's coming out super good. Kyle's a very knowledgeable guy. I'm learning a lot from him, which is really, really cool. I really enjoy that aspect of cars. I like learning about it and how they all work and stuff like that, more so than driving. Don't get me wrong, I like the driving aspect, especially like autocross. I've only done it once, but it was so freaking fun, and I did so horrible. I was like horrible, but I'd love to get, like, you know, decently good. I never want to compete in that, you know. There's no money in it. That's why, like, if there's no money into something, there's no reason for me to try to be #1 in it. And that might sound bad coming from, you know, it might sound bad saying that, but like, let's be realistic. If I'm going to be #1 at something, you're going to have to get very, very good, meaning you have to practice a lot. And there's nothing in it for that. And it's just not worth it to me. So I want to do autocross. It's another question I get all the time, so I'm just trying to answer these questions. I want to do autocross, but I don't want to compete. I want to do like the practice sessions. I just want to be able to drive good, you know? Cage is going very well. I will not be there tomorrow. Kyle is finally putting in the tubing tomorrow. Not finally, but he's going to start tubing the front end tomorrow. And we'll get an update on that. Maybe I'll actually drive by after Premium Auto Styling just to give you guys a little update, because I know a lot of people are interested in this. Right now, people don't even know I'm tubing the front end, which is really cool. Well, obviously you do now by watching this video, but as I'm shooting this video, no one knows I'm tubing the front end, so it's really awesome. If you guys like the video, go check out my wheel well page down below. It would be a huge help. Check out the new mod we are doing. I'm actually so pumped on it. It's not a huge mod, but it's big enough to be like pretty happy about. It's a common Miata mod that's pretty awesome. And comment, like, subscribe. We out, boys.